Have you ever wondered why it seems so easy for people in Japan to stay slim, while in America, losing even 5 pounds can feel like an endless battle? The truth is, it's not just about diet or willpower, it's about culture, how our cities are built, how we eat, and even how we think about food. In Japan, the secret isn't some miracle diet or magic pill, it's a way of life, one built around balance, mindfulness, and habits that most Americans never even think about. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what Japan does differently, and how you can use those same principles to finally take control of your health. Imagine this, you've tried every diet under the sun, counting calories, hitting the gym, cutting carbs, maybe even going keto or intermittent fasting, but no matter what, that scale barely moves. Sound familiar? If so, you're definitely not alone. Here in the United States, over 40% of adults are classified as obese. That's a huge number, and honestly, it's been climbing for decades. Meanwhile, across the Pacific and Japan, obesity rates hover below 5%, less than 5%. That's a staggering difference. So, what's really going on? Why does losing weight feel like climbing a mountain in America, but it seems almost effortless over in Japan? Is it genetics, culture, or maybe something else entirely? Today we're going to unpack the surprising reasons why shedding pounds in the United States is so tough, what Japan is doing differently, and most importantly, what we can learn from their approach to finally get a handle on our own health. And here's the kicker. It's not just about eating less or moving more. There's way more beneath the surface, from social norms to city design to how we even think about food. If you're tired of yo-yo dieting, tired of the frustration, and ready for fresh ideas backed by real-world examples, stick around. This video might just change how you see your health journey. Let's start with the facts. According to the CDC, more than 4 in 10 American adults are obese. That's roughly 140 million people. And, you know, the numbers are not getting better. Childhood obesity is on the rise too. Obesity isn't just a number on a scale. It's linked to heart disease, diabetes, stroke, some cancers, and even early death. And it's expensive. Healthcare costs connected to obesity run into the hundreds of billions annually. But before we point fingers at personal choices, let's dig deeper. You've heard it a million times. Weight gain is just calories in versus calories out. Eat less, move more. Simple, right? Well, here's the thing. It's way more complicated than that. Not all calories are created equal. For example, 200 calories from soda are not the same as 200 calories from salmon. Sugary drinks spike insulin, a hormone that signals your body to store fat. Processed foods often mess with hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin, leaving you feeling hungry even after you've eaten. Plus, the US food environment is a battlefield. Fast food joints are everywhere. Grocery stores are packed with ultra-processed snacks and sugary cereals, and portion sizes have exploded over the last few decades. Let's talk hormones for a minute because they play a huge role in why losing weight feels impossible. Insulin. When you eat sugary or processed carbs, insulin spikes. This hormone tells your body to store energy as fat, especially around the belly. Leptin. This hormone tells your brain you're full, but when you eat a lot of processed food, your body becomes resistant to leptin, so you don't feel satisfied. Ghrelin. Known as the hunger hormone, ghrelin signals when it's time to eat. Stress and lack of sleep crank up ghrelin levels, making you hungrier. This hormonal cocktail can really trap you in a cycle of overeating and fat storage, making that traditional eat less, move more advice feel, well, almost like a cruel joke. Have you ever noticed how most American cities are actually designed? Wide roads, sprawling suburbs, parking lots just about everywhere, and honestly, almost no sidewalks or bike lanes. Driving has just become a way of life. Now, contrast that with places where walking or biking to work, school, or the store is, just normal. Physical activity isn't some sort of chore, it's simply part of everyday life. Studies show that people living in walkable neighborhoods have lower rates of obesity and chronic diseases. When the environment encourages movement, you burn calories without even thinking about it. Americans work longer hours, commute more, and experience higher stress levels than many other developed countries. Chronic stress triggers cortisol, a hormone that promotes fat storage, especially around the belly. High cortisol also messes with your metabolism and cravings, pushing you toward sugary and fatty comfort foods. And don't forget, sleep. According to the CDC, over a third of American adults get less than 7 hours of sleep a night. Lack of sleep throws off hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin, making you eat more and store fat. So stress and sleep deprivation aren't just bad for your mood. They're directly sabotaging your weight loss efforts. The Japanese diet is famous for being healthy, but it's more than just fish and rice. Their meals are balanced, nutrient-dense, and portion-controlled. There are lots of vegetables, seaweed, fermented foods like miso and natto, and fresh fish that's rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Here's a cultural secret. They practice hara-hachi-bu, which means eating until they're about 80% full. It's a simple idea, but one that naturally limits calorie intake without strict dieting. The combination of nutrient-rich foods and portion control keeps their metabolism humming without constant hunger. Japanese meals are often beautifully arranged in small plates and bowls. This presentation isn't just about aesthetics, it encourages eating mindfully and slowly. Eating slowly is crucial because it gives your brain time to register fullness. People who eat quickly tend to overeat because their brains don't get the signal in time. Japanese cities are designed for people, not cars. Public transportation is the norm, and people walk or bike everywhere. Even in big cities like Tokyo, you'll see tons of walking and biking. This built-in movement adds up to significant physical activity that doesn't feel like a workout. In Japan, food is respected. Meals are social occasions eaten with attention and gratitude. From a young age, kids learn about healthy eating and balanced meals at school. The culture doesn't normalize snacking on candy or soda the way it does in the United States. So, junk food cravings are lower. Japan's healthcare system focuses heavily on prevention. Regular checkups and public health campaigns encourage maintaining a healthy weight. Policies regulate food quality, portion sizes, and marketing of unhealthy foods, especially to children. Imagine, just for a moment, grocery stores prioritizing fresh produce over ultra-processed snacks. Subsidies for fruits and veggies could, make healthy food more affordable and accessible for everyone. Stricter regulations on junk food advertising, especially to kids, could really help reduce cravings and mindless eating. If American cities became more walkable and bike-friendly, everyday movement would honestly just skyrocket. Better public transportation would reduce our reliance on cars. Even small changes like safer sidewalks, protected bike lanes, and more parks could have a huge impact on public health. Adopting the hara-hachi-bu mindset, stopping eating when you're 80% full, could prevent overeating without feeling deprived. Eating slowly, savoring meals, and paying attention to hunger cues helps regulate intake naturally. Workplaces encouraging work-life balance, stress management, and better sleep hygiene could combat hormonal triggers of weight gain. Simple habits like winding down screens before bed, sticking to regular sleep schedules, and practicing mindfulness can improve overall health. Myth 1: Carbs make you fat. Not all carbs are bad. Complex carbs like sweet potatoes, oats, and brown rice provide energy and fiber that keep you full and regulate blood sugar. The problem is refined carbs and sugars, which spike insulin and cause fat storage. Myth 2: You have to exercise for hours to lose weight. Exercise is important, but honestly, it's not about spending hours in the gym. Small changes, like walking more, taking the stairs, or just short bursts of movement, really add up big time. Myth 3: Fad diets are the answer. Fad diets might work in the short term, but they often cause nutrient deficiencies and yo-yo weight gain. Sustainable, balanced eating wins in the long run. So, here's a great tip. Eat like the Japanese. Try to fill your plate with plenty of veggies, fish, and fermented foods. Oh, and skip those sugary drinks and processed snacks whenever you can. Another thing to keep in mind is to practice mindful eating. Just slow down, savor your food, and stop before you're completely full. And finally, move naturally. Walk or bike for errands. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, and remember to stretch during your breaks. So, it's really important to prioritize sleep and manage stress. Try to aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night, and, manage stress with things like meditation, hobbies, or just spending some social time. And hey, don't forget to build community. Sharing meals with friends or family can make a big difference. Honestly, healthy habits are just so much easier when you have support. Losing weight in America is tough because it's not just about willpower. Our environment, culture, and policies all work against us in subtle ways. Japan shows us a different path, one where food, movement, and community come together to support health naturally. If we can take even a few lessons from Japan and apply them, we might find ourselves climbing that mountain a little easier. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, share it with friends struggling with weight, and subscribe for more deep dives into health and lifestyle. What do you think about Japan's approach? Have you tried mindful eating or walking more daily? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and here's to better health.